What is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday to you. We back with our Transformation Thursdays. I'm doing a double live right now, so I'm actually on TikTok live and I'm on YouTube live right now. So I just hope y'all in good spirits, good health. Hope it's been a good week for you. I just hope you just taking care of yourself, making sure that you locking in, doing what you have to do for yourself, and staying focused. For me, like I said, this is new right now. We locking in on TikTok on one, and then we got the computer going on another. So I'm excited to try this out. I want to do TikTok more consistently as well. Get on there, make it a platform, and I'll start posting on more and engaging with people. So if you're new here, you're on YouTube, you watching the replay, whatever, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and also check out the links down in the description. If you're on TikTok, go ahead and hit the links down in the profile as well. Give me a follow, thumbs up, whatever you can do on there. Do that for your boy. I got you. I appreciate you. Today, we talking about chasing milestones and not the finish line. Because we set our mind on these goals, we set our mind on where we like to go. So we focus so much on that. We zoom in on the end goal. We think about where we like to be, where we like to go, where we envision ourselves, and we get excited about it. Like we talked about on the last live, we talked about that false dopamine where we get excited for the goals, we get excited for the things that we tell ourselves we're gonna do, but at the end of the day, it's like we forget that it's a process, that it's a journey. So I want to ask you right now, how often do you get so focused on the end goal that you forget to celebrate the small wins along the way? The small wins that we calculate, that we collect every single day. How many times do you forget to celebrate those? So I'm gonna give y'all a second. We got more people rolling in and doing things too. I gotta check out this chat as well. Like I said, over here organizing everything so we could all fit. So we got this. So I hope y'all all good. So hang with me. All right. So we getting this rolling. I'm also thinking about doing the lives every other week instead of every week because I've been in school recently too, and it's been taking up a lot of time. So I want to make sure that I don't burn myself out and do too much at once. So that's something I may be doing too. What else? Excuse me. Been podcasting as usual. Podcast is still rolling out there. I will be in Baltimore as also. I want to mention that I will be in Baltimore October 16th through the 19th. There's a conference that I'm speaking at, a podcasting conference that I'm excited about. So if you're in Baltimore, if you will be out there, if you can make it out there, check that out. That's on the October 16th through the 19th. So let's get back into this live right now, though. Actually, I have a question before I went off or before I stopped, and I want to ask you: how often do you focus so much on the end goal that you forget to celebrate those small wins? We all guilty of it. We all do it from time to time, and that's okay. We look at the long term and we forget to focus on what we can control right now. So I want you to share a quick story about, or just put it in the comments. Let me know what that thing is for you. You can't share a story with me, but put it in the comments of what's something that you do. Hey, good evening. How you doing? As I was telling people before, we gonna focus on chasing the milestones and not the finish line today. That's what we're gonna focus on. So right now, in the moment, I want you to remember that success isn't one big finish line. It's a series of small steps. It's a series of things that you do every single day. Every single of things that you do when you're just showing up for yourselves when you don't want to, when you feel like you don't have what it takes, when you feel like you don't have the knowledge, you don't have the support. All these different things that we like to make an excuse for. We like to make an excuse sometimes saying, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to make it. But how many times have you lied to yourself? How many times have you lied to yourself and said that I can't do it? Or you procrastinate and you give yourself excuses for it? So I want you to be mindful of that because at the end of the day, you hold yourself accountable for your actions. You are accountable for your future and where you be in the future. And the only way you're going to get there is if you focus on what you're doing right now. So I want you to think about that as we go through this live right now. While we get stuck at the finish line, a lot of people never get started. They think about it, they begin to do things, they begin to investigate, they begin to learn, and then they get so much information, but they fail to start. And the hardest part about getting started is just getting started. That's the hardest part about it. All you need to do is just step your foot in there. Like I talked about on the last live, we get off the sideline and put ourselves in that game. And we focus on trying to get that milestone. We focus on trying to get that goal line, trying to win a championship. Instead of just focus on winning one game at a time. So always remember, culture is always going to glorify the end results. It's always going to glorify the thing that we envision when we first start our dream, when we first had these visions. We always going to see what the end goal is. But we're going to forget that we need to take steps one thing at a time. We need to focus on what we can control in the moment and making sure that we have successful days, successful moments. And how many times do these moments kind of fade away for you because you begin to get sidetracked, you get discouraged because you're not getting to your goal as fast as you want. You begin to compare yourself to others. You begin to look at everybody else's story and saying, why don't mine look like theirs? Why theirs is like that? Why are they where they at right now and I'm not there? Focus on running your own race. Because I know I did that when I started doing my podcast or just anything that I started really. I start and I had an end in mind. I think this is going to be dope when I finish it. I remember that this is where I want to go, but I forget that it takes time to get there. You must build it up step by step. These things aren't built overnight. You have to take your time. You have to be strategic about things that you do. And if you don't show up, then your end goal that you wanted, it's never going to come. The things that you dream about, it's never going to come to you. So if you don't focus on the steps that you take right now, you're never going to get there. So I want you to think about that. If you're here, you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok watching, I say I appreciate you. It's my first time doing a live on TikTok. I usually do them on YouTube. So TikTok is a platform that I've just been trying to use a little bit more, post a little bit more often, but I'm still learning it, honestly. I'll be like, I'm one of those people that's used to Instagram and YouTube, so I've just been sticking to those. So we add something new to it. So if you're in there, if you're watching right now, I just want to say I appreciate you and get us a thumbs up, like, heart, whatever the hell you can do. I appreciate all the support. It means so much to me, what you dropping. So this is something I do where I just drop jewels to help other people along their journey, inspire people, motivate others to do something great with themselves. And this is just somewhere where you can grow as an individual. So if you like that type of stuff, go ahead and hit that follow, like I said, and check out the links that's down in my bio. I think you find my Instagram, my YouTube on there, maybe find my podcast on there as well. So I appreciate all the support. I appreciate you. And I get excited to learn new people, meet new people, and all that type of stuff. But like we were saying, we must remember that success isn't a big finish line. It's a series of small steps. And we overlook the growth because you're only measuring the rivals, not the progress that you're making. You only measuring how far you see yourself going and not how far you've come. Because we used this analogy last week where I talked about running, because some of y'all know that I run. I'll be out there getting those miles in. So when you out there running, you chasing your goals, you think about where your finish line is going to be. You think about how far you're going, how far you're trying to get. But it's rare that you stop and look back how far you came. How often do you stop and say, damn, I done came far on my journey? You don't give yourself enough credit for the things you have done. So I want you to take a moment right now. Let me know in the comments something that you're proud of. What's a milestone that you've hit? What's a goal or a dream that you're living in right now that you prayed for? You was hoping for this, but you actually sitting in it right now. So I want you to think about that, and I want you to comment something that you joined, that you achieved recently, that you may be overlooking. You probably prayed for it. So let me know. I'm watching the comments too. So if you over here on TikTok, I appreciate you again. If you are on YouTube, y'all my family, y'all know what's up. So I'm reading comments right now. I got one to say, I've come so far on my journey, but feel like I still have a long way to go. Yeah, it's a process. It's a process along our journeys because we see ourselves as a different version than what we are right now. We see ourselves as someone different, and we're not there yet because we always want to push ourselves more. And that's perfectly fine as humans. We always going to become better. We always going to strive for more. So the power of these milestones, though, what I'm talking about is collecting these small milestones. Milestones are just your proof of momentum. Milestones are just your proof to yourself that you are making progress, that you're not sitting still. And when we make this progress, it helps you build that confidence in yourself. It's just proof to yourself that you can get there without actually being at your goal line that you set. It makes the big goals feel more manageable and achievable. When we focus on the small things that we can't control, we focus on making the day right now, this current moment, our best. So that's what these small milestones do. It helps you build that momentum, helps you gain that confidence in yourself, in your own abilities. So that way, when you face adversity, when you face hard times, which you for sure gonna face, you're able to push through those things. You're able to persevere through all of that type of stuff. They give you a chance to pause, learn, and adjust before the next step. How do you need to serve yourself? How are you going to prove yourself? Through everything that you're facing right now, despite everything not working out for you, despite things not lining up the way that you thought them would when you first started your goal. How are you doing right now? How are you progressing and how have you changed? Because many of us are sitting in the middle of what we asked for 2 months ago, 3 months ago, a year ago. And sometimes we may be sitting in something that may seem bad. We may be sitting in something that seems unfortunate. But what's the lesson that you can learn in this? What's the adjustment that you need to make? How can you hold yourself accountable? How can you improve yourself? Because many times the things that we sit in, they're not going to be glamorous. They're going to be uncomfortable moments. It's going to be uncomfortable situations. But that situation is teaching you something. It's teaching you that you need to change something in your life. It's something that you're not changing that's not attracting what you're asking life for, not attracting what you're asking God, the universe for, whoever it is you believe in. We don't get religious over here. I accept everyone. I'm not pushing no beliefs on you. So whatever it is you believe in, whoever you believe in, what have you been asking for that you haven't gotten yet? And how can you say that I need to adjust this? I need to change this one habit that I've been holding on to that's been holding me back. I'm procrastinating a lot. I'm sitting in my own ways, sticking to my old self. How are you holding yourself back? Because we say we want to get to that goal line, but we still carrying a weight from years ago, and that's stopping us from moving. You need to drop that weight, drop that dead weight. That's going to be the thing to help you carry yourself over. Remember that the milestones are where you grow. The finish line is just where you stop running. You're going to continue to move forward. So some of y'all may be thinking that, you know what, I can't think of anything big or anything that I have achieved. It could be something minor. Like for me right now, it's my first time going live on TikTok. That's a win for me. That's a milestone, something I achieved. What's a milestone for yourself? What's a milestone that you've achieved recently? Did you start a new diet? Did you start a new habit? Did you pick up a new client, get a first sale? Did you start doing videos? Whatever it is for yourself, give yourself credit for the small things, the things that we don't think about, the things that we feel like it's not giving us the glamorous results. So I don't want to celebrate it. That's a small win for you. You deserve that. You did good. So running your first mile isn't gonna help you beat the marathon, but it's gonna help you get in there. So focus on those small wins because you can measure these things every single day and every single week. So again, if you here on YouTube, I'm watching my YouTube over here, got TikTok over here. Hey, people on TikTok, what's going on? I appreciate you for tuning in. Let me know where you're coming from. I don't know if you can comment on these lives or not, but let me know where you're joining from or hit that follow button and introduce yourself. I'm always excited to meet new people. And over here on YouTube, let me know in the comments what's a milestone that you've hit recently that you probably overlooked. If you could do the same over here on TikTok, I'd like for you to do that as well. Let me know a milestone that you've hit that you probably don't give yourself credit for because you just don't know, or you just think about like, this isn't for me, or this isn't where I want to be right now. So we're going to talk about some action steps. We're going to dive into those right now. The first one I want you to do is think about your big goal, the ones you have for yourself long term, whether you want to retire early, whether you want to eat better, improve yourself in any type of way. Break down that big goal. Write your main goal and just break it down into 3 to 5 milestones. Break it down into 3 to 5 milestones that are achievable that you can see yourself doing within the next couple of months. So these are like your short and midterm goals, not your long term, but they align with your long term goal. For example, when I said I wanted to launch my podcast, I said that I'm going to launch a podcast and I had to choose a name. I had to record my first episode, publish it. So there were steps that I had to do to get there. I had to get the album, the artwork created. So just write down those 3 to 5 milestones. The next thing that I want you to do is track and celebrate each milestone. Give yourself credit. So this is a reward system. You look at what you want and think about something that you really desire. And then say that this is the goal. Once I do this consistently, then I'm going to give myself this. I'm going to reward myself this. So that's, for example, let's use it in a short term. So if you want to watch a TV show, but you know that you need to study, you need to do some research, or you need to work on your goals, say that my reward for me doing what I said I'm going to do, which is doing some research, taking action, writing down some goals, reading a book, whatever it is I get to watch this TV show that I want to watch. I get time to sit down and watch this movie. So that's your reward that you set for yourself. Because when you celebrate those small wins, it keeps that fire alive. It keeps you going because you get excited. You have something to look forward to. And the next thing I want you to do is adjust as you go. Because sometimes we want to have everything figured out. We want to have all the answers. But all the answers are going to come to us because we take action. That's where you're going to get the clarity. Use each milestone as a check-in. Find out what's working, what's not working. How can you adjust yourself? And this keeps you flexible and learning instead of all or nothing. Instead of saying, I don't have it all figured out, or I want to have everything lined up. Nah, you're not going to have everything lined up. You just got to work on it. Just work on the small things and do what you can right now with what you have. And last thing I want you to do is detach from the timeline. You got to fall in love with the journey, because the beautiful part is the journey, the struggles, the hard times, everything that you face makes your goal that much better. Focus on the next step, not how far you are from the finish line. Focus on being in the moment. Slow progress is still progress. I don't care how much you feel like you should be further along. No, you're exactly where you need to be. You get further along as you continue to move. You get more as it's supposed to come to you. You have exactly what you need at the moment. It's not about what you want. It's about what you work for. So as we get ready to transition out of this live, I want you to think about one big goal that you have. And what's the next milestone in front of you? What's the next milestone that's more achievable? Not your long-term goal where you see yourself in a few years or like even in the next year. What's something that you can do right now that you can't control? Even if it don't seem like it's adding anything to it, all of these things are putting a brick on top of that structure for you. So what's one thing that you can do for yourself? And I want you to write that down and just be mindful of that. And I want you to complete that next milestone within the next week or the next month. Be intentional about what you do for yourself, because this is your life. And the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to regret not starting earlier. Remember that success isn't a destination, it's a series of choices. So what choices are you making for yourself? What choices are you not making for yourself? Because a no to anything else is a yes to your goals. A no to all the distractions is a yes to your future. So say yes to yourself. You deserve it. You can do it too. All you have to do is put one foot in front of another. You don't have to worry about having a perfect plan. You don't have to worry about having a perfect time in. Don't have to worry about support. All that stuff is going to come. Most of your support is going to come from people who don't know you. Most of your support is going to come from people that are outside that you never even met. So don't allow these things not being in your life right now to discourage you, to stop you. So that wraps it up for today's live. I just want to say thank you to everyone for tuning in. If you watch it on YouTube, I truly appreciate you. And if you are watching on TikTok, I truly appreciate you as well. Again, hit that subscribe button on YouTube, hit that follow, thumbs up, like, whatever you can do on TikTok. I appreciate that. I look forward to meeting all y'all. So truly appreciate you. Go out there and lock in on yourself. Don't forget to check out all the links down below. And remember, everybody is greatness within, even you. I don't even know how to end the stream on this. Hold on.